season in the purple and gold. We're underway. It all up for LA. In the summer, Doncic pull up. Getting the start here today as Draymond attack. Double comes, lost it, nearly drives on Reeves. And by in this opening quarter, the Lakers, a lot of it with Luka Doncic. Here's Austin.
He must be aggressive with LeBron.
Almost behind his head and himself as Curry intercepts a bad. Leave it. Butler attacks.
Talk about that trade last year. NBA after that trade and
In the draft when he was drafted, you just
entire career. Impressive.
leave. Deep one. Doncic. One of the biggest reasons that Golden State hit. Ayton. Push up.
Position defense, a must for LA. JJ Redick talked about Ayton.
Relinquishing so much size. Curry. Vincent. Leave it. Ayton might walk. It's Curry again. Similar spot. Forward all time. Doncic.
Of him all the time when he was on the floor.
10 to shoot. Great year for Rui last. Cuts back door and he won't get it off. In the game for the first time in a Lakers uniform. 5 to shoot. Attacks, hooks, getting from the floor, but they've turned it over 5 times. Smart tries to take advantage.
Great defense.
Steph Curry last year averaged there. We'll have to check that first game, and you know that's dangerous. He feels exactly what he does. Payton missed the bunny. Really clear, and that's what Steve Kerr's trying to get an next one. Doncic step back 3, healed with some numbers. Payton attacks.
And he's kind of cool too.
He is cool.
Getting frustrated there with the basketball.
For 6 start, he does have 5 rebounds to go. And all of that experience coming into play. With Warriors have missed 5 in a row. Kuminga.
Gauge defense here from the Warriors.
Doncic. That is just 2 first. Curry on the step back.
Potent scores we've ever seen. I'm just giving the Lakers trouble.
Oh, the luck goes right to work. Butler's foul.
Still has a lot left.
A little bit of an ankle issue, but
Best. 23-8 down the stretch.
Vanderbilt smart. And Doncic discards him. Buddy for the Warriors. Doncic is, I was very cognizant. I didn't top producer in the game, but I roll over.
I love it. I love it.
Far.
And it's the active zone.
E. Santos on the floor slot. Gets in the paint, fades. 8 Laker turnovers. The Warriors 9 men. Butler could not. Reeves turns the corner. Puts it up.
There, Al Horford trying.
So Reeves back to the free.
Defensively, you have to do.
That's incredibly rare after just one. As being an important voice for this team.
By the Lakers.
But Jepski off. Would it warm your heart? In the 90s. Real attack. Lob it up. Hayes.
Fueled by the defense.
Mark Laravia, Vanderbilt, and Hayes. Back to Butler's going to have to put it up.
The Lakers and, you know.
At each stop, but Chicago then minutes tenure with the Heat.
Yeah, everywhere.
Going to be Reeves at the horn. So the Warriors will start this to the rack, stops, and they're going to call the travel. Vincent fires. And back on. Reeves left alone. Attacks on Butler. Spin.
A good job defensively.
This a lot of that getting guys involved. Getting
career.
Post, leave it, but Jepski be one of the building blocks moving. Draymond said, be careful what you wish for, young. Rebound fought for Vanderbilt. A la AI on Hield. And Draymond will stay in the game. 40% of possible games over the last couple of weeks leading into this season opener.
There's an edge.
And that makes what's happening around him on the floor. Paul Reeves start this game and start this season. Attacks, floats, and
State.
Reeves floats, and 40 to play in this first half. That was impressive. Positive force with his teammates as you guys know, just the mountain 5 rebounds. Well, mid-range so far this time will go inside, draw.
Stephen Curry getting involved.
That is something that's different if you're 6'2", but you're 6-point Golden State advantage. Good for Hachimura on the pop, late clock.
Guys talking to some of the other Warriors.
Doncic, stop and start move. Got that he dropped from the end of last season. The pictures speak for themselves. Pace is clear, but the defense is
Times throughout his career, staying on the
numbers the other way. Lob it up for Payton.
energy on both ends on display.
At the halfway point of the game, on the Warriors bench, Jared Van.
Curry could have got hurt right there on that play.
Deemed unnecessary, and now he and Curry on the floor to start this game.
Call for a flagrant one. We know.
Words to describe him in a very positive. Our colleague at NBC, Mike Robinson, was getting a lot more defensive attention. Maybe he wasn't. You talk trash to that man ever again.
One of the great players. Our league.
Curry relocates.
Free throw to get you going. And
Doncic inside from Curry. Smart all the way. Now Curry is trying to keep it rolling, and there's Curry up to it off the screen from Hachimura. Fades. Kuminga loads it up. Teen in the NBA and 8 travel.
And just as you said, Butler
With his new team. Curry the look away and on the attack. Floated up and
for a shot.
either way he was fouled. Chichen 8 claims. couldn't catch it cleanly. Podziemski tried.
Got into his landing space a bit. He's a double-double machine. He's averaged that
4 points, 0 for 2 on that last trip.
in the game. Smart was up.
That call. Lost his challenge at the fouls on Draymond Green, and now fouls for the Lakers. Bonus situation down. That's it for Hachimura. His three is a little bit more involved. The 7-0 Laker will Curry off the screen.
Fouls. You don't mind that physicality.
Go to NBA.com and visit the NBA app. J.J. Redick, Barkey, fly by, 3 ball. Oh, Doncic, a deep shot clock off. Missed it. Rebound. 22 in this second quarter to go. 82 of them in his career. In a loaded Western Conference, we just saw, which was far lower.
You said Reeves and Doncic have been.
Green leaves it for Kuminga. With this team, as Doncic goes down.
When you're great.
He closed, it feels like half the time. Play like Sean Marion. That's a Sean Marion. Bounce it. Butler takes flight. For awesome pace-wise last year. Looking for Curry with 4 on the clock. He has to fire.
I think for Kuminga, you don't want to settle.
He got hurt last year as Vincent. Miami. Butler goes right at him.
There he was aggressive. He was
The end of the season as Hachimura. This time he goes right down.
Year after year, that third. Really
Steph about it. He said they spent a couple days fit for an emperor, and guys, Steph
Being the happiest time of his career. Working against Reeves, draws the contact.
broadcast team getting an invite.
There's a Boston. They were great to fix since the half. Backs down. Vincent floats it to Doncic. Lakeland goes right to work. He just barrels through.
The swords certainly give credit here in this third quarter.
Butler, post up, fade, no.
Here in this third.
Backdoor.
We heard that.
Draymond just has your said than done as they try to follow that guy around 94 feet.
Energy, the professionalism.
It doesn't make you want to come back as Page. It's been all Golden State since the half. Kick out. Kuminga again. Points in this third quarter, and yet he can't stay in for 3. Just misfire.
team turnovers in the first half. We 29 seconds in the second.
J.J. Redick.
Kuminga has been
Career high in threes already with 4. 7. The 2 stands for how many. LA can capitalize now. It's 8.
someone else who's got to get involved.
Horford outside. His 3. Puts the head down. Gets inside. Flips it up. Going to challenge this. Let's see if they're going to. A delay of game is going to. Hey, we already said his Cup championship. Joy now has 31 and 10. And Hield, deep ball. Fends off on Horford.
Listen, everything too easy for
And on Doncic. Attack mode
the Warriors.
Asks Steve to the locker room as Butler goes.
It just takes his time. Austin Reeves is not.
And on Prime Video Friday, Boston and New York.
That energy and that toughness need.
Quarter. It's Hield again. 37% last year for Hield. Off on Butler. Gets to the rim against Horford. Here's the mismatch. Side. Attacks. Lobs. Hey! But Jeff, well short. Richards there. Short. Rebound. Laravia can't make him pay. So far he's got 35 points and Smart. Away by Green. That the Rams were instilling.
But you have to play pair.
Said what it allowed them to do is know that when
As degree.
he's got 4 fouls now as bucket.
More of that here in this fourth quarter.
Butler working on Smart. Hield. Another 3. Reeves nearly lost it. Holding on to 5 fouls. He dropped. Meanwhile, the Lakers fouls. Laravia, one of the acquisitions that scooped up by Butler with spin. And you're seeing with the bench response as well. Attack mode, gets to the rim, fade. Only area he struggled has been from 3.
Missed it too.
Just enough. Horford, the X factor for this team this year. Doncic goes right to work, floats it. Being a Laker, walking into this building and be here for the foreseeable future. From downtown,
Richards
Hachimura's response.
taking the foot off the gas at times.
He gets inside, trailing the play, catch and finish. Attack mode for 2. Draymond Green will try.
And hit a big-time 3.
Reeves slicing through the lane. Free throw struggles. One of them, Jimmy Butler by himself, is 14. Doncic, a much improved defender. Step back 3. Door. It's Butler. Patient. Opener for Butler. Reeves.
Understands on James, and you have to wonder, but
Butler down the middle. Will get his 15th and 16th free throws.
Butler making them pay.
And we're so multiple. And now with back to a 10-point game. Reeves, three.
Curry, Jimmy
Butler, bounce, Payton points on the attack for, and a foul's going to be called on Luke. Butler, three, Curry, deep one. He's in downtown Los Angeles. He loves putting on a show. Knockout is needed. 30 has phenomenal to start the season for the Golden State. Role for Jonathan Kuminga with this team as Doncic going high was all he needed to put that one down.
When you're great.
This game with his eyes completely closed, it feels like half the time. Said Sean Marion. If he could play like Sean Marion, that's a Sean Marion in the open court. Doncic bounce it. Butler takes flight. There's team that necessarily was super awesome pace-wise last year. Bit for Kuminga has not been shy. Looking for Curry. Keeps the head up. It's Kuminga with 4 on the clock. He has to fire.
Knocking down 2 big threes. I think for Kuminga, you don't want to settle.
Points per game. He is playing really well before he got hurt last year. As Vincent came with Vincent, former teammates in Miami. Butler goes right at him.
Butler, and he looked to pass. There, he was aggressive. He
obsessed with their small ball lineup last year towards the end of the season as Hachimura
let him back down. Vincent posts him up.
This time he goes right down.
So good drawing fouls, but year after year, that third so effective at coming out. Really
Hosted the entire team at his house. I asked Steph about it. He said they spent a couple days. They said that Jimmy's wine cellar is one fit for an emperor. And guys, Steph,
as he rocks with this group, has talked about this being the happiest time of his group. 12 to shoot for Curry. Working against Reeves, draws the contact. Reeves.
So no, I'm just curious, when is our broadcast team getting an invite? Well, you know what? Maybe we'll come to mine.
Yeah. There's up for third in record, only behind Oklahoma City and Boston. They were great the third quarter. Lakers now 2 for 6 since the half. Hajemski as Butler backs down. Vincent floats it. And the weak side board goes to Doncic. Laker Hachimura claims it inside. Ayton goes right to work. He just barrels through.
Lakers on the offensive end, just out of sorts. Certainly give credit. They've been on a 16-4 run here in this third quarter.
Butler, 4 assists. Ayton post up, fade, no.
Aggressive. Neither has Doncic here in this third.
Backdoor, it's
Green to Curry. How many times have we heard that?
Draymond just has where he is 100% of the time, which is easier said than done. As I'd imagine it is exhausting to try to follow that guy around 94 feet.
7, still the energy, the professionalism out here with this movement.
So what you're saying is watching him doesn't make you want to come back as Payton. Nearly midway through this third quarter, it's been all Golden State since the half. Curry, right past them. Kick out, Kuminga again. Jonathan Kuminga now with 11 points in this third quarter, and yet he can't stay in this. This time he's looking for 3. Just misfire.
distraction. And then, of course, those 15 turnovers in the first half. We have for these last 5 minutes, 29 seconds in the second.
J.J. Redick.
As a team, only 10 points. So Kuminga has been off of his energy and shooting.
Has equaled his career high in threes already with 4. 7. Maybe Gary Payton 2. And the 2 stands for how many he would. In this game. See if LA can capitalize now. It's 8.
But someone else has got to get involved.
Fields on the attack. Horford outside. His 3. Back the other way. Reeves puts the head down. Gets inside. Flips it up
with 1 shoe.
And Steve Kerr is going to challenge this. Let's see if they're going to be a challenge play. So a delay of game is good.
That?
Hey, we already said his win a trip to the Emirates NBA Cup Championship. Join now. He's at 13 points. Doncic has 31 and 10. Heel, deep ball. Doncic off the screen. Fends off on Horford.
This Laker team, but they got to get stops on this end. Everything too easy for
Golden State in the third. Working on Doncic. Attack mode.
The offense flowing for the Warriors.
As Steve, he's always smiling, brings a light to the locker room as Butler goes.
2 feet, excuse me. It just takes his time.
You're playing the third quarter.
Austin Reeves is not.
Finals, Denver and Golden State. Then on Prime Video Friday, Boston and New York.
And Jackson Hayes on the floor. Can they bring that energy and that toughness needed?
Really use a run to end this quarter. It's Hield again.
Paint touches by Pajinski.
37% last year for Hield. Doncic fend off on Butler. Gets to the rim. Back to Smart. Now it's Luka against Horford. Here's the mismatch. State. That leaves Doncic open on the outside. Attacks. Lobs. Third. But Jeff's Hield from the logo. Well short. Pritchard's there. Doncic step back. Short. Rebound. LaRavia. All-timers on the swing. LaRavia can't make him pay. Luka has not sat in the second half so far. He's got 35 points and Smart. Hill attack. Sky. And knocked away by Green. Plays. That's something that he loved that the Rams were instilling.
Get it going, boy, a sight to see, but you have to play pair.
The gadget plays that they put in. He said what it allowed them to do is know that when.
But he impacts winning to the highest degree.
He's got 4 fouls now and finds his way to the bucket.
Contact. Expect to see more of that here in this fourth quarter.
Use this home crowd. Butler working on Smart. 4 to shoot. Green, swing it. Hield. Another 3. Reeves nearly lost it. Luka Doncic, and with Reeves holding on to 5 fouls. He drew a bench for an extended seat here. Meanwhile, the Lakers down there trying to play through 5 fouls. LaRavia, one of the acquisitions. Hayes on the attack, knocked away by Green. Scooped up by Butler with Jabal Knight. Spin, and how much energy he can provide, and you're seeing with the bench response as well. 6 to shoot. Doncic back on the floor. Attack mode, gets to the rim, fade. Only area he struggled has been from 3.
Jab there, you know.
Just enough.
You noticed it too.
Just enough. Horford. Feels like Kuminga's going to be the X factor for this team this year. H leaks out. Hield gets back defensively. Doncic goes right to work. Floats it as talked about. There's something about being a Laker walking into this building, and so he was excited to get a deal done and be here for the foreseeable future. Warriors continue to light it up from downtown.
Richards right away, this young player.
Hachimura's response.
They're known for taking the foot off the gas at times.
39, 12, and 8 for Doncic. He gets inside. Numbers for the Lakers. It's Ayton trailing the play. Catch and 7-0 run. Reeves attack mode for 2.
As you said.
Working on Doncic. Draymond Green will try.
Checked into the game and hit a big time 3.
Can the Lakers do the same? Reeves slicing through the lane. And the free throw struggles. One of the Jimmy Butler by himself is 14. J.J. Redick thinks Luka Doncic a much improved defender. 8 to shoot. Step back 3. 5 to play. Warriors looking to close the door. It's Butler, patient. 9 points in the season opener for Butler. Reeves.
Great footwork. Understands Stan Reeves as we see LeBron James, and you have to wonder here tonight for his Laker team, but he is sparkling.
He's a shining star. Butler down the middle. First quarter, and Jimmy Butler will get his 15th and 16th free throws.
Butler making him pay.
In years past when they were dominant, they were so multiple, and now with back to a 10-point game. Reeves 3.
You're going to see a steady diet here of this Jimmy
Curry. Hook it. Butler bounce. Payton around for Doncic with 41 points. On the attack for minute 18 and ticking. And a foul's going to be called on possession. Butler 3. Payton 7 to shoot. Curry deep 1. Like tendencies showcase in downtown Los Angeles. With 39 seconds remaining, he loves putting on a show.
Oh my.
As always, when the big shot is needed, 30 has
for Steve Kerr and his Warriors.
Phenomenal score, a strong performance to start the season for the Golden State Heroics.